just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Tuesday, baby. It's Patrick and the people on Tuesday. What's up, Rich Rockwell, buddy?
Good morning, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm all right. How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good, man. Had a good weekend.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, man. Got some announcing in, and
Yeah, where did you announce that?
we were up in Marmaduke with T&R Championship
Marmaduke.
Wrestling.
How far is that?
It was like 2.5 hours away, man.
That's a good haul.
Yeah, yep, up there in northeastern corner.
Were they
so.
excited to see everybody?
Oh man, absolutely. It was a benefit for the fire department up there and for the firefighters, and
really?
yeah, and
That's
so it was a
great.
great time, man. They showed up, showed out. We had a lot of
That's
fun.
awesome, man.
A lot of great matches, and yeah.
That's
It was
great.
really, I heard most of the crowd was like it was their first time at an independent, wrestling event.
Right.
And they really enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, no, I've heard several people talk about it since we've done it here. And are you able to announce officially?
Well, I have, I was going to say, I have one announcement officially.
Yeah,
There's
I was
one
gonna say,
that's in the
I didn't
works,
wanna-
but, so as of yesterday at about like 4:32 p.m., Vapors Championship Wrestling
Yes.
is officially at the Boys and Girls Club in Benton, Arkansas.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope
dude.
as hell. That's a great partnership for you. That's so perfect. They've got everything you need set up there already.
Yeah.
And that community will really support you. You're talking about the SC, baby.
Yeah,
County.
so y'all mark it on your calendars. May 3rd, we're coming there. We need to show up and show out.
That's great.
This is a trial opportunity for us. So basically,
yeah, so we need to demonstrate to them what we can do.
right, but responsibly.
Of course,
we
of
wanna-
course. We're going to be cool. Yeah, everybody's going to be cool, man. What do you think's going to happen?
We do have one need, though, if I can put it out there.
Okay.
They did mention to me for the event, we need an off-duty security officer. Some, like an off-duty police officer.
Yeah.
So we are looking for somebody if they're
Willing to
interested
work
in
that event.
Right, and basically, kind of help us out. Obviously,
Yeah.
we don't have a huge budget.
Right.
But, if they can either donate their time or, we'll hook them up with some tickets or something. I'm sure I can talk to Keith and
Yeah.
Mike and get that arranged.
Yeah, I'm sure you
But yeah,
can.
so if somebody has a connection to a police officer that on May 3rd would like to come check out a awesome wrestling event, man,
In the SC.
Yeah, in the SC.
In the Benton area.
get in touch with me.
Right-
Rich
right
Rockwell
across
on
from the high
Facebook.
school.
There you go.
So, listen, we were talking before the show, and you're telling me you had a little bit of an adventure over at Kroger. Now, which Kroger is it?
It's the Kroger in Cabot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's more than one. It's just I live right on the edge of like Jacksonville and
Jacksonville,
Cabot,
Cabot,
so I go to Cabot for all my stuff. So anyway, Sunday night I was had to do some grocery shopping, restock the bargaining chips with the kiddo. That's
Yeah.
what I call the sugar, and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm there grocery shopping. We're in the checkout, and I don't know if you've seen it or if anybody else, but apparently this has become a new trend. I've seen it on TikTok.
Oh,
where
shit.
people will go into stores like Home Depot, for example, and they'll climb the shelf or some way get all the way to the top of the shelf, and then scream that they're stuck up there and they need help.
Oh, geez.
They put themselves in this predicament.
Right,
or whatever.
right.
So yeah.
So somebody did this?
Yeah, so this is
Oh,
the
hold
next-
on though. How old is this? I mean, how old did this person look to be? Were they like 13? Or are they like?
No, I'm gonna say they probably were like college, young,
So
fresh out of college.
in
so-
their late teens,
yeah, they're late teens, early 20s. Yeah.
old enough to know better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Old
Okay.
enough to be smarter.
So they get up on that. Now, did you go over there and go, "What are you doing?"
No,
Hey,
so-
asswipe, get down.
I'm in the checkout line, and all of
Oh.
a sudden I hear, "Hey, I'm stuck! Somebody come help!" They had climbed up on top of the frozen section. We only know that because the other 3 people in line with me were all like, "Oh," over there. So we're all waiting, thinking, and I'm thinking, okay, the Kroger guys, they're gonna go get a ladder. Somebody they're gonna go. No, nobody's moving. Nobody's really doing anything. They called the police. They called the
Oh, they
Cabot
called the
police,
cops.
and they came and arrested him. They were like,
Oh, wow.
okay, yeah,
That's wild, man.
it was great.
That's crazy. So,
I'm
dude,
just sitting there like, why does this always happen?
why didn't
when
he
I'm
just
around?
jump down and leave?
I don't know. I mean,
He waited up there for the cops?
well, I don't think he knew that he thought the prank is still going on.
Oh,
and
he
he's
did.
trying to, and waiting for the employees to show up.
Oh, that's wild.
And instead, the cops come around the corner.
Oh,
and
no.
like, hey,
Yeah.
why don't you
Surprise,
come
bro.
on down?
How's
Yeah.
this prank doing for you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a badge of honor. Hell, I don't know. Speaking of that, it is April Fool's Day, and we're not pulling any tricks here, but we did pull a few prank calls the other day, and we've got
Yeah,
those for you today. Just something random on the spot, silly we did, and said, well, let's just do it and record it, see what happens, and I'll set it up for you here in a little bit. It's going to be fun for sure. And got a new song today. I told them the last three songs were real aggressive rock, real dark, hard rock.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta do something different. So I flipped it and brought like a really good song, just
Okay.
a feel good song. How about
Okay.
that?
All
A
right.
feel good one.
Well,
Yeah.
I know you were stuck on it, spitting out country at your.
Oh my God, man! I don't know what it is. Sometimes that app, man, it will aggravate me and spit out things country. It's like just because I'm in Arkansas doesn't mean I want everything to be country.
I heard you, whatever. Jeez.
Yeah,
I
no.
was gonna say, I heard you,
Oh, boot scoot
Yeah,
boogie.
yeah,
Oh
some
no,
boot
I'll
scoot
boot
beauty.
scoot. Yeah, why wouldn't I?
blasting. That's what I was trying to think of.
You blasting? Hey, little doggy said good morning. Erica said, hey, Richie, Rich, and Patrick.
Yo, what's up, Erica?
Hey, little doggy said he's going to come to the event.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Good time, man.
What up, Brandon? How you doing, buddy? He said, so it's BYOB. Yeah. Don't bring your booze to the the Boys and Girls Club,
do that.
homeboy. All right, let's get on to this. Let's see. President Trump has signed some executive order to protect Americans from exploitative ticket scalping in the entertainment industry. He was joined by Kid Rock in the Oval Office. The president promised to combat high ticket prices for consumers during this campaign. This order directs the Federal Trade Commission to work with the Attorney General to enforce competition laws and better online ticket sales. I'll tell you, the number one thing they could do is smack the hell out of Ticketmaster, man. They hit you with such ridiculous fees.
I mean,
And I know it's a service, but I mean, so many people use it. It's like Google.
yeah.
It's that big in the industry, and they just are unwieldy and greedy as hell.
What happened to the where everything was going and the
Yeah.
money and all that? What's going on with that, man?
You're right.
We were on a great track, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, ticket prices." I don't care.
You don't care about ticket prices?
I mean, I do, but dude, I can't afford the ticket in the first place. What do I care about the extra charges?
All right. That's fair. That's a fair statement, man. That's a fair statement. I'll give you that one, man. I'll give you that. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Fans attending CinemaCon first to hear the title of the new Spider-Man film. Tom Holland spilled that it's Spider-Man Brand New Day. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. What else? Here you go. Chanel Tapper has held the Guinness World Record for the longest tongue of a female since 2010.
Oh,
Yeah,
rest
she
in peace to her
recently
inbox.
showed off the tricks she's perfected, including removing Jenga blocks, flipping plastic cups, holding a spoon. She said, honestly, the best reaction I could ever get when someone sees my tongue is screaming. I actually do like when people yell or scream in shock or horror. But that's probably my favorite one because it's funny to me.
I see a very bright future ahead for her and OnlyFans.
Yeah, she probably has one, that's for sure. All right, what else is going on? Maybe you said, hey, I'll go with liquid eggs instead. More than 200,000 pounds of liquid egg products are being recalled because they're contaminated with cleaning solution. Yeah, it's got a little spice in it. Careful. Elon Musk is firing back at his alleged baby mama, Ashley St. Clair, over how much child support she's getting. She said it was cut by 60%. But he said, I've given her $2.5 million and I'm sending her $500,000 a year. Yeah, if you can't make that work,
Right?
then give up the baby. Give it to me, as a matter of fact. I'll take that right
for
now.
real.
Give me that baby. Come on, bring it over here. For $500,000 a year, I'll make that baby. It'll be a good baby. A woman who was 8 months pregnant leaned into a life of crime, made her husband an unwitting accomplice. Her name's Anna. She's from Poland. Apparently, she got hooked on gangster films when she was expecting and decided to rob a bank to see what it was like in real life. So she got her husband to be the getaway driver, telling him she was going to a baby doctor appointment. She pulled off 2 armed bank heists, but got caught and had the baby behind bars and just lost her appeal.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild. Hey, you think she can blame it on the pregnancy?
Hormones.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Robbery, yeah, no.
A group of advocacy organizations filed a lawsuit challenging Trump's recent executive order aimed at overhauling the U.S. election system. The order introduces measures like requiring proof of citizenship for voter registration and imposing stricter deadlines for mail-in ballots. I don't have a problem with either of those.
Neither do I. Did you see Little Doggy said that Elon discovered illegals were being granted Social Security numbers and voting in elections?
I did see that, actually.
Like thousands.
Yeah, I did actually see that news report yesterday. I read one version of it, but I haven't read it thoroughly enough. But if that is true, in fact, that's a pretty big bombshell.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. That's a pretty big bombshell. Okay, they did find 3 of the soldiers from the 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team, the 3rd Infantry Division. They were found dead in Lithuania after their armored vehicle sank during a training mission. They were attempting to repair and tow the vehicle when the accident happened, and it took about 6 days. They had to extract them from a peat bog. And so they have found 3 of them. They are still looking for the 4th. Sad story there, man. That's a sad one. Yeah, that it must have been almost like quicksand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't expect that one. All right. What else is going on here? Hooters filed for bankruptcy, everybody. Doesn't mean they're closing, but they did file for bankruptcy. They say they're going to remain open, but I guess they're trying to find their footing in this new era.
I guess they feel a little deflated.
Hey-oh. No. A first in space flight lifted off successfully last night as planned. SpaceX's Fram-2 mission launched a Crew Dragon capsule named Resilience into orbit for a mission that'll make it the first crewed space flight to ever orbit Earth over the poles. They successfully separated from the rocket, carrying cryptocurrency billionaire Chun Wang. Everybody, Chun Wang tonight.
Right.
That's close, isn't it? Vehicle commander Yannick Mikkelsen of Norway, pilot Robbie Roget of Germany, and the medical officer and mission specialist Eric Phillips of Australia. It's a real diverse crew. They're expected to be up there 3 to 5 days. Oh, this is great. The armed robbers are now starting to attack the buggies of the Amish in Lackawanna Township, Pennsylvania. 2 Amish buggy drivers were targeted in armed robbery attempts. A sedan approached the buggy. A masked man demanded the driver's wallet at gunpoint. Driver complied. The suspect fled shortly after a similar incident. Now, this time, the driver refused to hand it over, and the suspect drove away. Both described him as a white male in dark clothing and a medical mask. Authorities are asking for help. Man, you know you're a POS when you're robbing the people in the horse and buggy, you asshole.
I mean,
they're in a horse and buggy, bro. Come on, man. You don't think life's slow enough for them? You're going to take what little they got?
I agree with everything you're saying, but hear me out.
Okay.
It's a brilliant exit strategy. Like, I mean, what are they going to do? Call the police? Chase you down in the horse? Get him.
No, that's very true, man.
You get in the way.
You know, you definitely can do. I mean, it's an easy mark.
Do they have Amish police?
I don't know. In a buggy with a siren?
No, one of them has to,
Let's
drive.
go,
Exactly.
because they can't use the power, right? At 13 years old, Sophia Arcuri has been invited to join Mensa. She scored 162 on the IQ test. That is the highest possible score for her age. Despite her extraordinary intelligence, she's described as a typical girl with a lot of friends and interest outside of studying, but that's higher than Einstein. at 13.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, go solve the rest of the physics equations for us, would you? Students in Jeremy Dott's advanced carpentry class at Mountain Heritage High School in North Carolina building a tiny house for someone affected by Hurricane Helene. The project holds meaning for a lot of the students who saw the storm firsthand. In addition to getting a good experience, obviously they're doing something positive in the community. I'm sure that person's grateful, but
I mean, yeah.
could I get a full-size house?
Right.
Does it have to be a tiny one, man? Come on.
And that, do you have professionals going over the work? Because I know what I was doing in high school. That house ain't gonna. It may look like it's put together.
No, man, I just smoked a big joint right before I went in. I shouldn't even be operating a saw. What are you talking about?
House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Roach frontman Jacoby Shaddix revealed the band's next album will be out next year. Latest single, Even If It Kills Me, is the first track from that record. And the band plans to release more music throughout the year and expects the album to have about 10 or 11 songs. He said they're going to do a big tour, U.S., Europe, Latin America, Australia, maybe Southeast Asia. That is a big tour right there. Okay.
Brandon says, sounds like Rich has thoughts about robbing the Amish.
I wouldn't leave him alone with anyone Amish. How about that?
I charged people $5 to step into a room without any lights on. Told them it was the Amish Christmas lights.
That's right. Cody versus Acme has officially been saved. The movie, which is mixed animation and live action, was put on a shelf by Warner Brothers after it was complete and getting good reviews and test screening. So I guess fans were upset, but the stars, Will Forte, John Cena, and others that star in it, centers on Wile E. Coyote's legal battle with the Acme Corporation, and whose products kept failing him, obviously, as he pursued the Roadrunner. So it sounds like a funny idea.
I have to see that.
I might be
fully
interested in
invested.
that. I might be interested in that. All right, let's see. A couple more things here, and then we'll get to some sports. These are some good ones here. In the international waters of the Atlantic Ocean near Portugal, a narco sub was seized by authorities. It contained 7 tons of cocaine.
Nice.
Yeah, and I would say, yep, here it is, 3 tons of cocaine. The submarine was on its way to the Iberian Peninsula. The Booker Sugar seizure was equal to about a quarter of all cocaine seized in Portugal in all of last year.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 crew members arrested in the bus, and the sub belonged to a transnational criminal organization. Sounds like some Dr. Evil shit.
All right, man. They do,
man. The cartel, man. They got submarines,
Yeah,
drones.
right.
Yeah. A 35-year-old dude was trying to figure out why his friends were calling him weird and creepy for being interested in a 43-year-old friend of his mom's. The guy said his mom had a matchmaking vibe when she introduced him to her, a friend from the church community. They hit it off, went out on a date. They started seeing each other more. Friends were acting like dating someone 8 years older who was a friend of his mom was wrong. Turns out the friends were really better friends of his ex, who dropped him for what appeared to be at the time no good reason. Apparently ex had second thoughts and wanted to get back with him, and that's why all the friends were pushing him.
Oh.
Yeah, with friends like that, huh?
Right.
All right, and this one is these last 2 are really great. He wasn't exactly at the level of a Batman villain, but police in New Delhi have finally caught Deepak, a 27-year-old notorious poop and run person. Yeah, whenever officers closed in on him, he would sole his pants, creating such a smell that it deterred police and allowed him to escape. The strategy worked several times, leading authorities to name it as the poop and run. That's the same strategy you try to use with a bear. It was like this guy could just, on command, just like, yep, here we go. I'm going to do it right now. His luck ran out when officers prepared with mask and gloves apprehended him near the park. Despite his usual method, the equipped officers managed to arrest him. He's confessed to multiple mobile thefts and knife-related crimes with over a half dozen cases against him. Is that not one of the greatest things you ever heard in your life?
Oh, my God.
That is wild.
That's enough internet for me today.
Well, you
Shitty
need this.
situation.
You need this one. Oh, yeah. None of those puns. A lot of stories about people hitting by lightning. Lots of stories people being struck by lightning. But this is crazy. A 30-year-old comedian from Australia. Now, this name, I'm sure I'm sure it's bogus. Carly Electric, but she is she's a real comedian. But she was struck by lightning filming a storm in 2023. After the strike, she couldn't move. She was taken to the hospital. They diagnosed her with a temporary condition called coronoparalysis. She was paralyzed for about 9 hours, had trouble breathing, speaking, moving. Oddly, though, after she recovered, her green eyes turned dark brown. So it changed the color of her eyes.
What?
Yeah. How wild is that?
Dude.
To have your eye color changed.
My brain is like really
It's just spinning with
scrambled by all
the
that
facts
story.
today. Isn't
So
it?
wait, what is, okay. I'm confused.
Well, I don't know how it
She
works.
was a comedian.
Yeah.
She was filming a storm.
Yeah, she had a lot of things going on in her
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
And then struck by lightning and
Yeah, and then all that. With any luck, this Saturday will bring some good basketball. It will.
Who's in it?
Well, this says from what's been a fairly predictable tournament. I don't agree with that at all. I think these games have been great, a lot of them. But anyway, those interested in putting money on the action, Duke is obviously favored over Houston, 4.5 points, and Florida 2.5 points over Auburn. So the rankings, the predictions: Duke, then Florida, then Houston, then Auburn.
Is that it? Are we down to the Final Four?
We are down to the Final Four.
Okay.
Duke v. Houston and Florida v. Auburn.
So Michigan State,
They're all out. They're gone.
Okay.
There's no Michigan in here. There's no Detroit. There's no
there's
Lake
still Detroit.
Michigan.
We
There's
just
no
get
Lake
started.
Erie.
Let's
There's
go
nothing.
Tigers.
Nothing. All right. Momentum continues to grow to outlaw the tush push, which I don't even understand why this is. Reports came out of the NFL meeting, their support growing for outlawing it. Conventional wisdom says that figuring out how to stop the Eagles' signature short yard play would be a better plan.
Right.
Those familiar with it suggest, avoiding injuries would be the major reason for the ban.
Kansas City.
Reportedly, discussions have gotten heated on the matter, some saying concerns weren't backed by data and were subjective. Yeah, I don't think anybody's injured. I think people are getting beat by it and they don't like it. Well, go figure out what to do about it.
And they can't exactly. They can't.
They got the same number. They got the same number of people on the field as you do.
It's just a really well played quarterback sneak, man.
It really is. They're just group moving it.
Right.
So find some way to take them out. Find a way. Don't let them get that close. How about that?
Right.
Shohei Ohtani set another record. It has nothing to do with the action on the diamond. Sunday, a 1-of-1 2024 Topps Dynasty Black 50/50 relic trading card. Damn.
Wow.
Sold at auction for $1.067 million. This is the first of his cards to break the $1 million mark. If you happen to be the one that was outbid for the card, good news. The owner is now taking offers for $1.334 million for the same card.
Well, hey.
Hey, that's a quick
love's
flip.
so high. There you go, man.
There you go. How about that? All right, let's take a break, and we will be right back. You know what? As a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will, and the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out readfirm.com, readfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right, we are back and better than ever. It's Patrick and the people. What up, Clapper?
What up, Clapper?
We're live on Clapper, live on a million different places, and we're thankful for everybody that's watching and sharing and participating. Yeah, man.
Little Doggy says, y'all are so lucky I didn't do brackets. He's over 100% on his picks so far.
Over 100% even. That's amazing, man. What are you, about 107% maybe? Is that where you're 106? Where kind of give me a ballpark average there, Mike. I'd love to hear.
Latasha says she can't believe she woke up late. She feels like she missed so much. She's left out of the club this morning.
You're here for right on time. We got lots of good stuff going today. Here in just a little bit, I've got another song to debut, but I'm pretty interested in this story right now because I think all of us probably use the internet a lot.
No.
You know, we all spend a lot of time online, but what are we doing most? This new research, well, you know, other than. New research from Visual Capitalist analyzes internet data to find the most visited websites in the world and how long we're spending on each of them. I'm not talking about your personal website.
I was going to say, we didn't even need to spend millions. I can tell you this off the top of my head.
You know what it is. Apparently they didn't count those in, and those are among, I know, every year the top. Unsurprisingly.
So they skewed the results. It's not even an accurate test
That
anymore.
is correct.
All right, I'll let you talk.
Extent.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good.
Go.
Google, the world's most visited website. People spend nearly double the amount of time on YouTube, which is second. Yeah. On average, people spend about almost 21 minutes on YouTube. That's the highest amount of any of the top 20 visited websites worldwide. When it comes to social media, people spend more time on X than Facebook or Instagram. So they spend about 12 and a half minutes on X, about 11 on Facebook, and about 9 on Instagram. ChatGPT users were pretty high up there, 7-minute average. Wikipedia, about 3 minutes. Yeah, you read it and you leave. Amazon was 13th on the list overall. So the list, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, WhatsApp, ChatGPT, Wikipedia, Reddit, and Yahoo. Yeah, let's look. Let me just click over here and see if it goes further down that list because I want to know if they really did include the other ones. Yeah, no, they did. They did. So here we go. Let's go on further down the list. So the first.
The ones that matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Not necessarily that. But Pornhub shows up at number 19. So it
Wow, it didn't even break the top 10, huh?
No, it allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well,
yeah.
Remember, they blocked it in a lot of places. So, you know, I don't know how many states have blocked it now, so it probably dropped some. But you average about 7.5 minutes on there. Is that right, Rich?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking, man. All right. What website not adult oriented like that? What website would you say you check out a lot?
I guess I'd say Google.
Google.
But I mean, yeah, Google. It's just it's the go-to for search and everything. So
Yeah.
anytime I need to Google blah blah blah, and so many times when you actually even if I use Google Chrome browser, so if you just type in read to it like the address or whatever your question, it uses Google to search it up.
You wouldn't say you watch a lot of YouTube videos?
No.
No.
If I'm on videos, I would say most of it's TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. TikTok, between TikTok and Facebook.
Yeah.
I really
I like the interaction that you can have on Facebook. I like the content often on TikTok.
See, I'm opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like the content on Facebook is more, but it's based off of algorithms and what you watch.
Well, are you talking about Reels?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
like
need
Reels.
to be trying that more. I forget that Reels is a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying that when I go to watch things, I
Right,
forget
right.
about
No,
it. I just
absolutely.
just pull up TikTok and start,
Doom scrolling.
or
Yeah.
Clapper now.
Yeah.
Clapper. What up, Clapper?
But no, Facebook. I enjoy the content on Facebook more. And TikTok, I guess I would say I enjoy the live feature more.
Yeah.
Like I just enjoy being able to scroll. I mean that's where
see,
like the Duggar band came from was
That's right.
TikTok. So
No, that's true.
that's
true.
usually what I like to do is scroll through and see check out the artists and things that are
Right.
trying to make a name for themselves on there.
So let's set this up. You may remember last week Luke Shoemaker came in, and he surprised us and was able to come in and hang out for the show. Always great to have Luke. Always great to have Luke. And so we had a crew here of folks that day, and we were, in outside the studio in this area, sitting there talking, cutting up, and Luke said, "Hey, you know what we ought to do?" He said, "We should do some prank calls." And I'm like, "Well, man, I mean, like what?" And he goes, "I got an idea." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll hear it. What's your idea, Luke?" He said, "So what if Rich announced you every time you made a call, like if he announced you and commentated just like in WWE throughout the call?" And I was like, "You know what? I would play that game for a minute and see what happens." And so we did. We did 4 of them. I'll tell you the results here.
Dude, it couldn't have turned out any better than how it did.
Well, given the circumstance, you may be right. But, it was pretty funny because the first one, I think, was a barber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we called a barber.
Yeah.
And he was shocked. He didn't know exactly what to do there. Then I think we went to the dental clinic.
Denton,
And that they were also shocked, stunned. Then Dollar General, and they got mad. And then the grand champion, and I just have to give the lady an A+ was the hotel booking.
Oh man.
Oh, because she was just, listen, she is determined to complete this call. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go down. So let's just start.
You want to start with one of them?
Yeah, let's just let's start with the barber shop here. That's the first one, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
His hair is short, but it's ready to get shorter. You're about to talk to Angry Patrick.
Hey, do you guys take walk-ins?
We do. It just depends on if we have any availability currently. Let me see what our schedule's looking like.
Okay.
They might be able to fit him in.
Alright. So, it looks like I got a 10 a.m., an 11 or 11:30 as far as this morning goes.
Is he an early morning riser for this haircut of the century?
Man, no, that's all right. I'll get back. Thank you, man.
He's gonna think about it, not quite sure. Thanks for talking to Angry Patrick.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So here was the second call. Let's see the dental clinic. All right.
This call may be recorded.
It is recorded for sure.
He's already angry, but this toothache is making him angrier. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey, I wanted to see about, can you do a walk-in appointment? Hello?
Valonia Family Dental will be the one to smack down this toothache. Thanks for talking to Angry Patrick.
Thanks a lot.
He's got a problem that's making him really mad. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey man, I was trying to find out what the heaviest ply count on toilet paper you have is. I started this new trainer and she's got me on this crazy diet. Do you have like 5 ply?
5 ply.
Yeah, like for, listen man.
Like a really super thick toilet paper. It's kind of juicy.
Hey, y'all know y'all call the business and y'all playing. I got stuff to do than be playing on the phone.
We'll let you go. We'll try and find another problem to help Patrick out with this loose issue.
May be recorded or monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Absolutely. It's just never gonna be able to rent a hotel.
Thank you for calling reservations. Sean, will be with you.
He's a little angry and needing some relaxation, but the thread count really matters. Otherwise, he'll just get angrier. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey, I'm Angry Patrick. You might know me. I'm kind of a big deal, and I'm looking for a room there. But if you guys want to announce I'm coming, I would want it comped.
Will they agree to the deal? A free room with...
That'd be for next Saturday.
Next Saturday, will they have a room available for Angry Patrick to get some rest and relaxation?
Is it just gonna be for a one-night stay?
Yes.
Just one night, that's all he needs.
All right.
How many adults have children?
Just one adult.
He might want to find out if they have hourly rates. You know he likes to shop the street.
True.
Are you a member of the Every Works program?
No, I'm just Angry Patrick.
Just Angry Patrick, he'll pay in cash, no receipts needed, please. He'll probably take a queen size, but the real question is, what movies do you have if he can't find someone on the street?
Are you looking for maybe a one-bed bed? I would have that available then for a nightly room rate. Actually, I would have a one king bed. It's available $93.06 plus tax. Comes to $106.55.
He may want to know if the room comes with a lotion warmer.
Well, I don't normally pay for a room. That's I figured you'd want to use the publicity and comedy. Are you familiar with Angry Patrick?
No, I am not.
Well, you should
Oh, sad news, the SmackDown Lady.
check out patrickandthepeople.com.
Thanks for hanging out and talking to Angry Patrick. We look forward to our stay.
That's idiots for you. That's what dudes do when they're hanging out being stupid.
I didn't notice it until we were listening back, but I love how she was just like, cut me off, man.
No,
as soon
she's-
as I'd start, she was just like, I'm talking over
No,
here.
she was done with you, man.
Dude, she was a pro, though.
No, she was solid as a rock. Listen, her quality, she's not going to let that call affect her quality score from QA. Quality assurance was listening to that call and said, you know what, you're a model damn citizen.
Right?
You are amazing.
They're gonna play that one in their training classes.
Oh,
from
yeah.
now on.
No. And
Think of just how much free marketing we got from that call.
but think about how many people, walked away for their afternoon going, what the hell just happened in my life? What the hell just happened here? What did I do? How did this happen?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy Dollar General was real,
Oh,
man.
dude, he was ready. A little doggy said he gonna shoot me.
Yeah, he might. All right,
If he
man.
watches the show, he'll be like, "There's that guy."
Brandon asked if a lotion warmer's a thing like you don't know. All right. We'll be back, y'all, in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, okay?
When I'm with you, everything gets hazy. You might imagine I'm a little bit crazy. It could be true that I'm not quite right, but you're rent free in my head both day or night. The dam is broken, it's all flowing out. Maybe I've been spoken to. What could be your doubt? Whoa, baby, I don't wanna make you feel sus, and I know I probably am, but there's just something magical about us. I know you understand. I'm running so I don't miss the bus. You make me wanna be a better man. It's just so damn loud in this big spinning world. I just need you. I just need you, girl. I'm not proud, but I'm damn sure real. It's just how you're making me feel. I'm not weak, but my knees are shaking. It's how I tell my heart's not faking. Oh, baby, I don't wanna make you feel such, and I know I probably am, but there's just something magical about us. I know you understand. I'm running so I don't miss the bus. You make me wanna be a better man. I'm never gonna stop giving you what I got. I never want you to feel a single raindrop. You'll never wonder if I'm gonna love you right, because I'm gonna be there every damn night. Oh, baby, I don't wanna make you feel sus, and I know I probably am, but there's just something magical about us. I know you understand. I'm running so I don't miss the bus. You make me wanna be a better man. You make me, you make me, you made me. Ooh. Wanna be a better man.
All right, we're back. Let me mention that if you are looking for a vehicle, look no further than Fitz Auto. Man, they got everything over there. If you're looking for an ATV or a motorcycle, right now is a great time. Or summer coming up, maybe you want a travel trailer. They got those too, and they work with you no matter what. As far as credit history goes, they're going to help you out, man. They are their own bank, and they can do that. So check them out online at fitzauto.com, or just go in person. It's 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. And also mentioned today over at Stone's Throw Brewing, they got some new brews. Check them out. They've got 14 beers on tap today. They're at 402 East 9th Street. And if you've never had the food, they've got Slater's Alaskan Dumplings over there. It's good stuff. And Theron, he's been on the show many times. He's a good guy. If you go over there and tell him you saw it on the show, you get even 10% off. So that's pretty cool. Rich, you know I'm all about helping you, man. And so I saw what?
I just
What?
the way you started that, I was like, uh-oh.
I don't know why you would feel that way, buddy.
Why wouldn't I feel that way?
What do you mean?
This is-
Not like I've ever
We
done
just got
anything to
done
you.
playing prank calls, man. It's April 1st.
No,
Come
listen,
on.
listen. I'm looking
I
out
might
for
be,
you.
slightly smarter than your average retarded bear, but I'm still pretty dumb.
Yeah, well, how about a picnic, boo-boo? Somewhere around 350 million people in the world use dating apps, Rich. And
Okay.
you'd think it'd be easy to find potential love interests, but I guess all
No.
those superficial split-second decisions to swipe left or right don't necessarily lead to good matches. They make users, according to this, quickly judge a book by its cover. They glance at a photo, skim a bio.
Right.
And so this new dating app is something
Great.
that
I
might
love
help
that
you.
Okay.
Well, you might love this. It's called Tribal. Okay.
Tribal?
Tribal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's created by a clinical psychologist, so you know it must be good, right?
Right.
Yeah. Rachel Harker, and she wants to encourage you to focus more on
A psychologist, you said.
yeah.
So, what, are
Yeah,
we
yeah,
going to match people up by condition?
Well, yeah. Here's the way that it works.
Bipolar meet OMDD.
Yeah. Here's the way it works on this one, okay? So the app doesn't want you to think about photos. It just wants you to think about the person. So it matches you based on compatibility and blurs their photo for 72 hours
Oh, okay.
so that, you have potential matches, can chat and hear each other's voices with the voice memo feature to see if there's a spark before they know
What you look like.
Right. What do you think
Gotcha.
about that?
I think that it's going to create a new epidemic of ghosting.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Man, I'm just so depressed. I'm trying this new app and I keep getting ghosted every 3 days. I don't
Yeah,
understand what
no,
I'm
I'm
doing
not sure
wrong.
why. No, you're exactly right because I think we all know. Look, that I mean, physical attraction matters.
It does.
To a person.
It
Now,
does.
everybody can be attracted to somebody without a doubt. But that don't mean you're attracted to every somebody.
Right.
You know, I mean, we all have
Everybody
something
likes
that
their
we
own
like.
flavor of Kool-Aid, yeah.
Yeah, so to speak. Yeah. Don't bring up Kool-Aid. I don't like. You know the story, man. Come on, man. Don't bring that up, especially talking about dating. Come on, man. It's inappropriate. It says true connections will last, but looks fade. Well, yeah, but they still matter.
I mean,
I mean, don't they?
yeah.
I mean, now don't get it twisted. One person's handsome's another person's butt ugly.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, look.
They say it's all about confidence. and-
A lot of it is swagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of it probably is confidence or swagger that you have because you look at, look, he's one of the greatest actors. But I never thought, particularly looking at him, he had model looks. But man, women love Billy Bob Thornton, bro.
Yeah.
They love that dude.
Yeah.
They love that dude, man. Like every girl I've ever known will be like, Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, let me get my clothes off. Hold on. It's like, what? Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, look, he hooked up with Angelina Jolie and who else?
Did he?
Oh, yeah, they were married, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had vials of each other's blood on their necklace, man. He's also has a fear of antique furniture.
And he wears women's jeans.
I don't know. Does he?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
He must have girl
It was
hips.
on he said something about it's like a lighter, more comfortable material or something.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
It was on one of the daytime
so
talk
are
shows.
so are Lululemons, but you don't wear those. You walking around in stretch pants at the house, Chief. Anyway, neither here nor there.
I don't know if Brandon saw. Okay,
Would,
anyways.
would you use a dating app where you couldn't see the person's picture for 72 hours?
Sure, why not?
Really?
I mean, could be fun.
Would you talk to him before you could see the picture?
Well, I mean, I would think you'd have to probably.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I mean, to get to the picture, I'm sure. Like, I don't know. I mean, I get where they're coming from with it. With more, like I say, personality base and
Yeah.
try and find a foundation outside of just looks first. But I've said it to you many times before. I think they just need to take all the dating apps, put them together, and just name it What's Left.
What's left?
What's left.
Here's what's left. You get you some.
Right, just one single dating app, just What's Left.
No, that's a pretty good name for it. Pretty good name. All right, let's move on. I want to talk cars for a minute. What was your first car, man? I don't remember.
It was a 1990 Ford Escort.
Oh yeah,
hatchback.
the Escort
Yeah,
hatchback.
the Escort,
Man. Good
yeah.
good gas mileage.
Duct tape racing stripes.
Oh yeah,
Automatic trash thrower outers. That was just
Yeah.
2 holes through the back floorboard.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's great. You
was
drive
good.
right through the floorboard.
Oh man, just
No, that's
toss
awesome.
it back there. It
I
grabs through.
had a car that had a hole in the floorboard. I could look down and see the freeway flying underneath me. It was always a weird feeling, So, with plans for a tariff on imported cars to take effect next week, car shoppers might be looking on more cars made in the U.S. This company, American Made Index, they put out, Cars.com, is here to help by ranking the most American cars. So they created that list based on 5 factors: where it's assembled, percentage of U.S. parts, country of origin for available engines, country of origin for transmissions, and U.S. manufacturing workforce involved. So what is the most American car? Did you look?
No.
Okay,
No.
guess. What is the most American car made?
It's got to be Ford or Chevy. Wait. You're talking about made in the U.S.?
Yes. Made here, assembled here, most parts from here, engine, transmission, things like that.
Honda?
That's number 2. The Honda Passport would
Okay.
be the number 2 car. So good job. That's assembled in Lincoln, Alabama.
Okay.
Number 1 is the Tesla Model Y.
Oh, Tesla.
Yeah, assembled in Fremont, California, and Austin, Texas. The Volkswagen ID4, which is in Chattanooga. The Tesla,
Really? Volkswagens are made here?
some of them. That one is the Tesla Model S in Fremont, California. The Honda Odyssey in Alabama. The Honda Ridgeline in Alabama.
Yeah, I
the
figured it'd have to be Honda.
Yeah.
Well, they moved a lot of their like stuff when Ford and everybody went over there. They kind of came
Yeah.
over here and set up
Yeah.
shop.
Honda or Toyota Camry in Georgetown, Kentucky. The Jeep Gladiator in Toledo, Ohio. Tesla Model X and the Lexus TX in Indiana.
Okay.
So I wonder if sales, if everybody's running out that wanted to buy a foreign car is running out right now to buy it before those tariffs kicked in.
Right.
I wonder how many, how long this is going to last. Is this going to be something long term or short term?
What the tariffs?
The tariffs, yeah.
We'll find out. I don't think it's gonna be long term.
I don't really think so either. I think everybody's going to go.
Right.
Hold on. But meanwhile, Fitz Auto is even better right now because, no tariffs at Fitz Auto. I'll tell you that. They're not subject to any tariffs over there, so you can get you one with low miles on it and be just as good. No tariff at all.
So,
I bet you do. I bet you're going to see a huge run on used vehicles right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think we've been seeing a huge.
Well, yeah, but I think it's getting ready to really turn. If those tariffs go into effect, you'll see that market
skyrocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see everything just go through the roof on that.
I think it's gonna stick around for a little bit, but long term. Like I think it's gonna be probably more than a year or a few years even, but relatively short term. Looking at the big picture, before people start to okay, fine, we don't want to be tariffed anymore.
Yeah.
We'll give and. They all say the same thing at the start. Oh, this is unfair. Well, you've been stealing money from us for years, so.
Well,
I imagine that it is unfair that we're now caught on to the act.
They had a little bit of a lopsided deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of them put tariffs on us or cost on us there, and that's part of it. It's just like, if you sell cars in China, you're going to pay a premium for that. You know, I mean, you're not just going to go over there and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they are lighting up the comments this morning.
What's going on? Talk to me about
Oh,
it.
just everybody. Well, here we go. We say Shane, outlaw from Dad's After
Yeah,
Dark.
of course.
He was
What
saying
up?
Blind dating, and then he said that kind of sounds like when I was talking about the What's Left app. He said that's also like being around the club at 3 a.m. What's left.
Yeah. What's left? That is right. Yeah, no, last pickings.
A couple of guesses on the list. Little Doggy was saying Camry and Corvette. He thought Corvette may make that list.
You would think so, but I don't know. The new ones are the Ferrari, I call it, because it looks like a combination of a Ferrari and a Lambo. I don't know, how American those are. They weren't in the top 20 of that list, but,
Brandon says that y'all need to hook me up.
Hook you up with
I
what?
guess with like a date.
A lotion warmer?
Yeah, right.
Because he
says
just
we
found
need
out
a-
about that earlier.
He says we need a PATP dating site.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
No.
No, nobody wants that. Nobody ever asked for that. Trust me, I'll match you up, all right. I'll match you up. We'll do it live right here
Right, we
in
need
the
to
studio.
have a date-rich.
We need to have like a
date-rich
speed dating
episode.
thing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we can just
rich
record it all.
speed dates right here live
Man,
episode.
they'll be just lining up
All right.
past the first camera.
All right, let's work on that. Find some single ladies willing to do speed dating with Rich. Everybody, get
There
to
we
work.
go.
Get to work.
All right.
Find some ladies. We want 10 of them for our speed dating show. We'll do one speed dating show for Rich
You can
and
apply
10 ladies.
Date Rich at patrickandthepeople.com.
Just reach out to Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com. Reach out on social media. Say, hey, I got somebody Rich needs to speed date.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let us
We'll make
know.
an episode out of it. Hey, this is a good question. One.
Okay.
What do you think is more iconic, the Mustang or the Corvette? Brandon said that one.
Man, that's a great question. I'm slightly biased because I did own a Corvette at one point, and I really love the car. But if I had to be honest, probably the Mustang might be more iconic. I think the Corvette, I like the Corvette a lot better. But I think Mustang is, I mean, it's pretty high up there. Mustang and Camaro are both pretty high up on the list of iconic cars in my mind.
See, I had a Mustang when I was younger.
Yeah, a lot of people. I also did have a Mustang, but it was a Mustang 2, and it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was that little Fox body, but it was a crappy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a Mustang 2. It was a, maybe it was. I don't know. It was like a Mustang LX, something like that. It was a little crappy four-banger of a Mustang. It was trash.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
Like
It was
like
embarrassing.
The donkey of the Mustang.
No, it was the embarrassing Mustang. People pull up, you'd be like, you know, it's like your Escort. You know, it wasn't exciting
Yeah,
to
no,
drive,
there was
and
nothing.
it was automatic to top it off.
Oh, yeah.
A 4-cylinder automatic Mustang. How much worse could it have been for me? You know, it's like a 6-cylinder Camaro. No.
It looked cool,
No.
but other than that,
No, on that. Anybody who's ever traveled through Virginia knows, man, you don't drive through that state without cruise control. Now, State Delegate Patrick Hope taking the problem of reckless driving to a new level. He's proposing a law that would allow judges to have offenders be required to install a speed limiter in their car. If passed, this would prevent drivers who can't be trusted to drive responsibly from speeding, and would also allow them to continue to drive legally. That's interesting. So if you, I guess, had I don't know what the number of tickets, or if it's just reckless driving, but if they could put a speed limiter on it, so you can drive, but it's a governor.
it's a governor, yeah.
Like in a
you
truck.
can- Yeah.
Good idea. Better than taking your license.
I
isn't it?
mean, yeah.
Or better than stopping you from driving.
I thought that was already called that little, like, blow thing that you have to
Well,
do
I think
start.
that's for drinking and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah,
this is just for
booze.
reckless. Okay.
Yeah, this is just for reckless. But I
mean, why not?
I did used to watch over where the radio station was at the Clear Channel Metroplex area back in the day. Giant parking lot.
Yeah.
And once a month, all the people who had those booze blow devices on their vehicle would come in to get it calibrated, and they'd all be lined up, and always wanted to run out there with the camera. And I was like, no, nobody's going to talk to me.
With
They're
a
not.
camera?
Yeah, and hey, what are you waiting for?
You should have ran out there with a beer in your hand, man.
Yeah, that should have been the
That
bait.
would have
right?
gotten even more reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I give you a sixer.
Right.
You talk to me right now. That's great, man. That's great. All right, let's take a quick break. We will be back in just a minute. All right.
My buddy just dropped 50K. Says his new challenger will blow me away. Coming down the street, a deep Mopar rumble. Love my bro, but gotta make him humble. Yeah. You rolling up in a candy new whip. Tapping on the gas, make the RPMs flip. A checkered flag appointment, I'll never be late. Cause that bitch is rocking a super sport plate. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Challenger, Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 71 Chevelle. Yeah. Chrome skull shifter ready for the push. Bored out, lower snout raised up in the tush. It'll Brock and double pump Holly. Off the line so fast, warps time like Dolly. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger, anyone Chevelle. Whoa, yeah. We can go an eighth, quarter, or the full M. No matter what you choose, your outcome is grim. You say my baby got that old engine smell, but that's the sweet perfume of a 71 Chevelle. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger, Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail, but not one of them better than my 7-in-1 Chevelle. Bring the pink slip next time, bro.
And we are back.
Yeah, man.
We are back, man.
You gotta send me that one. I need to add that one to my playlist.
I will. I started, I'm adding now. As a matter of fact, you can go over to our YouTube channel because I started adding lyric videos now
Nice.
over there. Yeah, so I'm starting to put all the songs up on YouTube.
Okay.
So that people can make playlists or take the ones they like and do whatever. with
Right.
it, you know, share it, listen to it, whatever it is.
That's gonna be a summertime jam there, man.
Man, that's a good one right
Cruising
there.
on the highway. Heading
Yeah, yeah, man. What do you think, man?
I don't.
My wife recently, I think a couple different times, has come to me with stories, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Both times, one of them was that someone had a stroke, an artist.
Okay.
Who was it? She thought, I don't remember the artist, but she thought they had a stroke, read something that they did. And then there was another story. Neither turned out to be factual.
Okay.
You know? So, first of all, have you ever been fooled by stories online?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't remember like one specific.
No,
but,
none
yeah.
that jump out at you where you went, oh, that wasn't true?
Mostly, well, either that or on the flip side, like celebrity deaths, and then you go and look it up. Like there's been.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of hoaxes on that.
Yeah, or the flip side where they say somebody died, and I'm like, didn't they die like years ago?
So, here's my question is, in this, you know, era of people love to just put things out there that aren't real to troll the world.
Okay.
Right, you know this,
Right,
and,
right.
and they're getting more sophisticated because of AI, right? So they can make it look more newsy. They can make it look, you know, all kinds of ways.
Right.
How do you, Rich, determine what's real and what's not when you're looking at stuff?
I mean, you gotta err on the side of just common sense somewhat.
Meaning what?
Well, I mean, you kind of got to read it, and then even if you're questioning it, like the number one thing that I like to, I'll give you an example. Actually, this is a perfect
Okay.
one. So the other day I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see this article that says something about how all the animals are lining up on the road and at the entrance of like the whatever national park. The big
Okay,
one,
yeah.
right?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to think.
Was
of,
it the
yeah.
bears?
Yeah, it was
And
the
it was
bears.
a picture of like 1,000,000 bears.
Yeah, all lining up the road, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, and they're like scientists, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
like,
saw that.
Whoa, okay, that is kind of weird. And then I went and Googled, you know, bears lining up at Yellowstone National Park, and immediately it was like, oh nope, this has been going around for years.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I looked at the picture and I was like, first of all, where are you going to get that many bears at one time?
Right.
They don't travel like buffalo.
Yeah.
And secondly, there's going to be some of them fighting because you're not going to have that many male bears around that many female bears and fights not happen. And some of them looked almost a little posed to me, so I was like,
But
I
see,
don't. But
that's
I looked
common
it up.
sense things.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I did analyze it, and I was like, yeah, this looks like maybe, you know, and so I'm like you, if it even remotely seems questionable,
Right.
even if it's, let's say that it was something that I was reading and I'm biased about a story, you know, I want it to be a certain way.
Right, right.
I'll even, especially as a matter of fact, ones that I really think back up something I want to say,
Right.
I'm going to have to flow it out and check it in 3 different places to see if
To
it's,
verify that
yeah,
it's, yeah.
the first thing I'll normally do is Google it.
That's usually
You know,
what I
take
go
the
with.
headline, Google it, see what all shows up. Because
Right.
if it shows up at, 10 different legitimate, semi-legitimate news services,
Right.
you know what I mean? Then okay, it's got to have some validity to it. It maybe they're all fooled, but at least it's not just one random
Right,
thing.
right.
But if you're buying stuff on TikTok or anywhere for that matter and just taking it at face value,
Temu.
a lot of times people just lie.
Yeah.
Or they just troll.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fun to these people to throw a bomb out there and just let people go stupid over.
Oh, yeah,
it.
absolutely.
There's a lot of that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you can find fake pages that are, it might have a celebrity name on it.
Oh, right.
Or it might have a name of a city or, any organization because these satirical pages pop up.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't just go out and tell you, oh, this is fake.
Right, no.
So you might start reading it and believe it. You might only read one thing on the page. And,
Right.
The Onion used to fool people for years. Still does sometimes.
Still does, yeah.
Yeah, or the Babylon Bee. That's another one that's out there that's like the Onion. And they all do sensational, crazy stories
Right.
that used to be crazier.
And now you're kind of like,
Now they're like,
I
it
can
could
see
be
it.
real. It could be real. So, you if you did see a story and you thought it was true, would you just Google the
I
headline?
mean, yeah, I'm gonna Google something about what I just saw or read, watched, whatever, whatever again, bears lining up in Yellowstone, and see what it brings up from there.
I wonder too, thinking about technology, and the other day we were using Grok
Right.
to look up, name. Basically, it was who is Patrick Beam in Arkansas,
Right,
and,
right.
and it goes through a list of this. Maybe every chick you meet online, you should go to Grok and go, who is so and so in Arkansas, and see what it spits out. If it has nothing, hey. But if it starts spitting out crime, you might go, ooh.
Gives me the rap sheet.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, this person was arrested 52 times.
Yeah, no, I wonder if people are. I have to imagine people are already doing that, just searching people and AI and stuff all the time to try to find information.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah.
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 Another tactic that it could be used for.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many different applications now for AI. I mean, this Grok thing and Chat GPT and things like that. I mean, it's changing everything.
Oh yeah, man.
And some in good ways, but some in ways you're not sure how it's going to turn out yet.
Well.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
You don't know. Is it going to, how many jobs will be? I mean, because it looks like Chat GPT and these AIs can do some jobs.
There's a
pretty
lot
good.
that it can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago, AI was real crude.
Well,
But now you hear AI voices and you're like, is that
yeah.
real or what?
And it's amazing what they've done
Yeah.
with them. But another perfect example of that, like when we were talking in group chat the other day or whatever
Yeah.
about the prank call videos and editing
Yeah.
them. And I remember Brandon was like, oh, well, we have an AI site that'll do that for you and just, load them in
Clean it
there.
all up, yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking like, that's awesome. Thank you. I did forget about that site and thank you, Gunnar, for that. But on the flip side, I was sitting there thinking, geez, like, this was a whole course when I went to college on how
Yeah.
to do video, audio, like production and editing and everything.
Well, I mean,
and now you can just www and have it done for you.
no, that's exactly right. And some people see that as a shortcut, and it is in a way. But also, it enables people. Look, obviously, I can't write music. I don't play
Right.
an instrument like that. But I want to make songs.
Right.
So AI does that. Now, is it cheating? In a manner of speaking, but it's still my lyrics.
I mean, yeah.
And it's the music. Sometimes it's 20 different options I go through before I find the one I like.
Right.
And that's legit. I'm going to find one because it'll spit out a lot of shit.
Right. Right.
Trust me, if you just take the first two it spits out 90% of the time, it wasn't the one you should have taken. But
I think for you, like, that's still, like, you're
a way to
still being an artist in a way. You're investing more than just,
yeah, no, it's
okay,
legit.
here's what it spit
I mean,
out.
I'm writing, so it's a way to share that
Right.
and put, look, here's my vision with these lyrics, right?
Right,
And,
right.
and so someone can see it and go, oh, he writes all these lyrics? oh, that's cool. I want him to write a song for me, or I want to do
Absolutely.
a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not to say that would happen or will happen, but it'd be cool if it did.
I mean-
you know what I mean? Stranger things have happened.
Right.
It's typically not
That's
in
how a lot of your
Patrick's
hit
cards.
artists get their songs.
It is true, and that's why I said, well, I'll make lyric videos and just see if, of the 30 songs I've done,
Right.
if any of them get any playlist attraction, because you never know.
Right. Right.
It only takes one to end up as a background on TikTok. And the next thing you know, you might be,
Yep.
pinning tunes somewhere. So I think it does help artists in that way. Like maybe you want to do a kid's book, but you can't draw for shit.
Right.
You're a stick figure drawer. You know what I mean?
Can't even do that.
And some can't, And so AI might be able to help design the art for your book
Right.
and make it what you envisioned it being. Because, everybody who writes has a vision of, they see it in their head, how it's supposed to look.
Right.
How it's supposed to be, and if you can recreate that, and not only that, it helps people who are in business to market better, because you can go over to like Grok or ChatGPT and say, hey, make me a marketing campaign for this business.
Absolutely.
And it will absolutely spit it out, tell you every step, spit out graphics, ideas for promotions,
Yep.
everything,
Yep.
man. I mean, all of it.
That's what I like. That's where I've come across there, because it's been, and I've messed around with Grok. Obviously, I've shown you, where we've, I've put in different things. But
Yeah.
that's more the interesting thing to me is like when I'm thinking of something, or when I'm doing a project of some sort, and then it clicks to me like, I wonder what Grok could do for this.
Right.
Let me try, let
Yeah.
me try it out and see. And that's how I've discovered so much that it's able to do. Like I said,
It's interesting.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, I think this comes on the heels of that, because we're talking about how tech is, AI, things like that, changing the world. So on Thursday, last week, apparently, the White House launched its revolutionary podcast row. So,
What?
yeah, embracing dozens of well-known political podcasters. So we're so proud to welcome new media voices and podcasters from around the country who have massive audiences and who are talking to everyday Americans like you. This is what it's all about: new media, new voices, getting the message out to all Americans. These podcasters are speaking to officials, secretaries, White House officials, having a lot of fun. So that's interesting.
I mean, that is, but it's. I think it's also, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a nod of the hat that I think podcasting is taking over what was known as the radio industry.
Well, not only that industry, but maybe even the news industry. I think people have become fatigued with
Well, look, let's be
a lot of the crap that they see on the news. They're like, I don't know if this is what I feel like is real.
well, and that's what I was just gonna say. Is let's be real. We've been told that every major news network out there is not reporting the truth. It's all biased and skewed a little bit. And
Well,
a lot of people are, like you said, a lot of people are fed up, man.
I was not at all shocked that news was biased. When I started seeing all of this, I was shocked at how biased it was.
Yeah.
That was a little bit surprising to me for sure. Let's see. Dovey said, good morning and happy April Fool's Day. Good morning, Dovey. How you doing? Or Donnie. I'm sorry, Donnie. There's Matthew Orton. What's up, buddy? There's Darren Riggin, Sean Skelton. What's up, guys? How y'all doing this morning? Thanks for being on and listening to us. We appreciate it, sharing us and everything. Be sure and if you haven't followed us on YouTube, please go over there and do that. Follow us on YouTube. It's a real big help to us. So we're trying to hit the goal.
What are we away from?
I think we're like 70 from the goal we need right now. So go over to YouTube and just hit follow. Even if you're not a big YouTube person, just click that button and help us out a little bit. We would certainly appreciate that a great deal.
Brad said he made a great Cubs anthem song yesterday. He said he kind of used GPT to help come up with the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a lyricist, but yeah.
And they do have that.
But I mean, same token, you come up with the lyrics, it comes up with the music. I would say, I wouldn't have an issue with somebody saying, look, I came up and designed the tune because I can play all the instruments. I just can't think of the lyrics.
No, I think that's exactly
And
right.
then that's where we get Patrick and Brad together, and hey.
You're right, and something magical happens. Well, already working with some bands now who are working on some of these. Well, yeah.
Brandon says we're all AI. None of this is real.
So at Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, if you don't know, they're a veteran-owned company, and they tailor CBD sublingual recipes to your specific need. Doesn't matter if it's pain relief, stress, anxiety, weight loss. They've got a custom blend crafted with care to help you feel best. And not only that, but if you were to get it, and let's say you need a little bit more help with your inflammation, they can tweak that up a little bit, and they'll do it until it's perfect for you. And it absorbs 80% into the body versus any other way. If you just take it in like a tablet or a gummy, you only get 20%. So go over to bantx.com, bantx.com, and put in PATP25 to get 25% off of your first order on that.
Sweet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good stuff. We got to get Jerry back in here for sure. So what else is going on with you, man?
Man, we're just settling in. Actually, this Saturday, let me pull up some information about this here real quick. This Saturday, though, I am booked to announce in Searcy.
Yes.
I gotta say it right. Searcy.
Yeah, you really do. Please don't say Searcy there because they might whoop your ass. I'm gonna be honest with you. They might take you out back.
But Natural State Wrestling has an event going on out there.
Okay.
And it's sort of a benefit event, but it'll be going on April 5th at the Carmichael Center. Tickets, I believe, are if my mouse wants to work here. All right, here we go. Tickets are $10 or they're $5 with 3 donated items. They're looking for socks, underwear, shelf-stable food, cat soup.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, to help out. But it's going to be a lot of great matches. They've got a tag team gauntlet match. They've got a Falls Count Anywhere women's match.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope. Sounds like fun.
Saturday, Carmichael Center, Searcy.
All right, Cersei.
Searcy.
Yeah. Sir.
Sir.
Yes, Cersei.
I'm going to be practicing that all week.
So speaking of events, are you by chance going to Florida to the Ultra Music Festival?
The what?
The Ultra Music Festival.
No.
It's just one night. It's only one night of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. One of Magic City's biggest events. VIPs of Ultra Music Festival are dropping $425,000 on bottle service.
What?
Yeah, during the weekend long, I guess it's a weekend event. Those who bought $1,500 VIP tickets to the Electronic Dance Festival offered an alcoholic bottle menu, which included bottle service packages. Now, one service, specifically called F Your Money, garnered viral social media attention and a price point of $425,000. It included 200 bottles of Pharrell Williams edition Moet and some Shandon Nectar Imperial Rose, 100 bottles of Dom Perignon, 100 bottles of another Dom Perignon. Other bottle services have names like Just What the Doctor Ordered, We're All Mad Here, Happy Birthday, Mr. President. They range from $7,500 to $305,000.
Jeez. That's just.
I mean,
that's sick.
it is absurd.
It's
Isn't it?
like just because you have the money.
Yeah, they did recently
Can I
add
be a bottle? Like
a $500,000 bottle service called Shut This Shit Down.
for real.
Yeah, which is the rest of their inventory, apparently. So,
What up, Andy? How you doing, man?
I mean, who does that? I mean, and what world?
That's just a sick display of like,
it
I'm
is.
rich,
Why
I
don't
know
you
it,
just-
and I don't give up.
No, I mean, why don't you just put that money down on the ground, squat down, and honk a stink pickle on it, and call it good?
For real.
I mean, that's what you may as well do with it. I mean, you're talking about
Like,
how
do you
many
know what
people
I
could you
do
help?
with $325,000?
Well, I'm saying, how many people could you help instead of buying some obscenely priced booze that
For
you
real.
look like some kind? You don't look cool.
No.
You look like a bag.
Yeah.
A dumb ass and a bag.
You look
That's
like
what
a
you look like.
piece of. That's
I mean,
just.
look,
that's
I
gross,
get it.
man.
I mean, I get it. If you have money, sometimes you're going to do some extravagant things.
I get it, but don't brag about it. Don't. Oh, I bought a $300,000 bottle. Man,
I mean, it's
shut
so
up.
stupid.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
no, I don't want to hang out with that guy, to
Right,
be honest with you.
get outta here.
If you can feel good about that, then I probably wouldn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, no.
Now, I
No,
guess
I'd
if
be
you
like-
maybe if you were Elon Musk, you'd understand like that. But I think he'd go, "That's stupid."
I mean,
Honestly, I
just-
think he'd go, "That's stupid. Why would I ever do that? I'll just
Seriously.
buy the company that makes the."
And like, don't get me
you know.
wrong. I get like if you have the money, yeah, you have the money. I get buying the more expensive stuff. You have it, why not? But like
but that's-
$305,000
silly. That's silly. That's just stupid.
just on a drink?
Yeah, just on a drink, bro.
No.
On some not even. It's not even booze that'll really get you drunk.
Right. It's just
It's just you
Just
know
to say you bought
to
it.
hold a wine glass and say you're drinking Dom Perignon. Who gives a shit?
right.
You know, I'm drinking Mick Ultra. You
know
think you're
what?
better than I
I'm
am?
gonna have a better time and have more money in my wallet
think
off
you're-
my Jägermeister.
You think your drunk is better on Dom Perignon?
right.
Hey, come on, man. And we're all getting the same results out of it, whether I'm drinking post family wine or Dom Perignon. At the end, the result's the same.
Leave me over here
You
with
know,
my Smirnoff.
I got a headache in the morning. That's what wine does.
yeah.
Man, if you drink red wine, you're gonna get a headache.
Dude, I can't do
No, too many tannins, man. That stuff. I mean, it's a good fun buzz, but the headaches suck.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I've never really ever gotten drunk. My headache usually kicks in about the second glass of wine, and I'm like, I'm done with that.
Yeah, most of the time I'll get to the end of the second. I'm about there.
Yeah,
I'm about like
I'm
I'm good.
Nope.
I
I like my liquor.
Yeah, what's your liquor of choice, sir?
Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Jägermeister, man.
Like
that
in
or,
a shot with Red Bull in a glass. How do you?
However, straight.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll take a shot of Jaeger and chase it down with some water if I need to.
really. See, I like
Jaeger bombs are good.
Jaeger bombs are the way I go.
Yeah.
And I don't like it if it's not
But see, it's the
super.
Red Bull
It's got to
that
be
is-
nearly frozen for me to like.
Yeah.
If it's, I say it's spicy if it's warm because
Yeah.
it feels different. I don't like it.
Does it?
It's got to be cold.
You don't like it warm?
Shut your mouth, Rich. You're a sick person and you need help somewhere. Somebody help him. I'm going to help you out here in a minute. I promise you that. Let me mention this. I've got an article here, if I can find it real quick, that is pertaining to some interesting things in real estate. About houses, if you're going to sell one. Zillow has a list of things that'll boost your home sale price. And we had talked about some of it earlier in the week. But I wanted to mention that, if you're really thinking about doing an improvement to sell your home, talk to your agent first before you just go do it. Because you may be spending more than you need to. Some people are real guilty of that. They'll go overdo it and not get the return out of it. But if you have to focus on something, kitchen and baths, that's where it's at. And floors, of course. But the biggest thing people are asking every day now is roof
Yeah.
age. How old is the roof? How old is the roof? And it's because a lot of these homeowners insurance companies aren't willing to cover roofs at certain ages right now. They're really cracking down on it. So expect to see a lot more roofing companies doing a lot more roofing business. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to
Invest
happen.
in roofing companies now.
Well, I'm saying that you're going to see a lot of it because of these. It's been a big shift in the.
Well, we were talking about that a few days ago. That a lot of insurance companies, like the Florida fires and everything.
Yeah.
And, you had said there was one house that had like the artesian style roof or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's not even 5 years old.
No,
They're
yeah,
like,
that-
gotta replace it.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the architectural shingles. Yeah, no, they're real picky right now, so you got to be super careful about that.
Yeah.
By all means. Now, listen, if you are looking for a good deal in real estate, just yesterday helped a couple and was so happy. Noah and Maddie, they spent a total of $2,000 and moved into their new home.
I saw that, man.
That's
Congratulations.
pretty damn
Yeah,
dope.
That was awesome.
That's pretty dope to only have to spend $2,000 and move into your house.
And that's like the second or third time you've been
Yeah.
able to work something out like that.
No, we do it. I'm doing it more and more often
Start calling
because
you the 2K realtor.
well, we got one in for 500 the other day. A lot of it has to do with the financing, man. It's getting the right financing. It's not just the home or the realtor, but also getting the right lender. And everybody's different in what they need, you know. But I like Josh over at First Horizon, Josh Taylor, because he does help my clients with things like that. They got grant money they use. They've got some other programs. They're a local bank. They really want your business at First Horizon, and Josh works hard for it. Matter of fact, let me just give you Josh's number, because you don't have to reach out to me to talk to Josh. You can call him yourself and use. I mean, I hope you use me, but you could use any realtor that you want. But you can call Josh at 351-2579, 351-2579. Prices are kind of settling down in the real estate market. It's a very, very good time to consider buying, because rates have come down a little bit, prices have come down a lot,
Yeah.
and the incentives are high.
Of course.
So it's super good time if you are able
I
to
was going to
really
say,
consider
just
it.
when I'm in the middle of really working on my credit.
There's
again.
always
Yeah.
going to be another time.
Right.
Don't feel like that. It's just the climate is right at the moment where you're not going to get caught overbidding on things. You're not going to get hoodwinked on junk.
Right.
You know, you have some better opportunities right now. When the market's in a feeding frenzy, it's harder to make good, clear-headed decisions, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
You know, it's just like, look, when you go to the store on Black Friday, what happens? People who are reasonable act like fools.
Right.
Because why? There's a limited number of items. They're trying to get them, and they want to beat you to them.
Right, right.
It was no different 3-4 years ago in the housing market. It was a feeding frenzy, and people were overpaying, overbidding, taking bad deals, and a lot of them, you know, look back at it with some regret, I think.
Yeah.
And so I think that, you know, now is a good time to consider buying, because I think you can get something that's priced the right way instead of getting jacked on it because everybody's
bidding it.
Yeah,
We
so
just want it. Yeah.
everybody was buying at the top of the market. I mean, I saw people say, I'll pay you over list and pay the cash difference. And I'm
Right.
like, that's insane. bro.
Yeah.
You're insane to do that. Why would you ever pay $20,000 above list?
Right. Just so you could get the house.
I mean,
yeah.
it better be the dopest house in the world that's on the street you grew up in or something. You know, because why else would you do that, man? All right, let's go to something here. Hold on one second. Yeah.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard rock drowning some honey. Why you laughing?
All right, I just have one today, but it was so good. I might find another one here in a second. But yeah, this is because we're talking about cars and all that. But a guy arrested for attempting to kill an Elon Musk supporter. 30-year-old Christopher Talbot, arrested Saturday, drove his vehicle into apparently a Trump supporter outside a Tesla dealership. He was later charged with aggravated battery. According to the reports, Talbot flipped off the man before he attempted to run him over with his vehicle. They were apparently, some folks were upset. There were like 10 times more Elon supporters than protesters.
Okay.
So I guess they had been outnumbered and people were mad or whatever. But he hit the man with his vehicle after he parked his truck. The two men were both attending the protest at the Tesla dealership. About 30 people attended to protest Elon Musk, and about 200 counter-protesters were there.
Okay.
Which I didn't even know there were counter-protesters, and why.
Right.
Are you out there counter-protesting? Don't go out there with the goofies. Reports indicate the victim had been driving a truck with pro-Trump flags and had just parked and exited his vehicle when Talbot struck him with his car.
Oh, geez.
The victim was able to drive himself to the hospital. He had injuries, non-life-threatening. They arrested Talbot at his home after the victim provided police with his license plate number. Because, yeah, you didn't kill me, you just ran over me.
Right.
Cool. He was booked on felony aggravated battery with use of a deadly weapon or instrument. That's
Well, that's
I
what
mean,
you get for being dumb.
But it is. But it's like, man, what?
I don't
How
understand
far?
though,
How far out are you gonna go, man?
So Talbot was there protesting Elon Musk.
No, Talbot was. No, you're right. That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And this other guy was a Trump supporter.
Yeah, somebody
And
who's
so
counter protesting.
Right. Somebody flipped somebody off, and you decided.
So Christopher is the, Elon must die, and the other dude was, he's rocking his Trump stuff.
Right.
He's pro whatever. And as soon as he got out of his truck and
Dude was just
cleared,
like,
yep,
"Dude,
mowing you down,
I'm gonna unalive
mowing you down.
Right.
Yeah, why? Why are we doing? I mean, that's so stupid, man. Really? You're going to go to prison over that?
Right.
That's I saw some dude, and again, they're so stupid.
This is the brilliant.
The goofies, because I saw a guy a couple days ago. He was going into the gym. He's going into the gym. Okay, into the gym. But when he gets out of his car, he sees somebody with a Tesla, so he just crouches down real quick and scratches a Nazi emblem into the back of it, then goes right into the gym, swipes his card,
Wow.
and goes and works out. And I'm like, idiot, you just keyed this car, you put a Nazi symbol on it, then you're going to go swipe your card to go work out.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Wow.
You deserve what you get.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people are so whack right now with stupid stuff like that. I'm like, why would you ever want to?
And like, I don't
How
want to say
unhinged
it's
are you?
just one side of the coin, because I
No,
know
it's
there's
not.
equally crazies on the other side.
There are,
But
and that's absolutely, I'm certain, true. But I'm saying, why would you, why would you do that to yourself
Right.
over this?
And where do you like?
What do you think you're going to accomplish? Do you think you're the martyr of Tesla? Tesla killers?
That's what I'm saying.
You
like,
think you're the
where in
new-
your mind did you think, oh, going and ruining this person's car is going to help out the world?
Is this the new Luigi thing? We're just going to start whacking people, just
Right.
Because that sounds pretty.
I mean,
If you kill people, let me just put it like this: it seems to me, and tell me if I'm wrong. If you kill people who don't believe the same thing you do, you might be a Nazi.
yeah.
Is that right?
I would think somewhere along the
Doesn't
line.
it
Yeah,
seem like that?
It seems like that's kind of.
I'm just saying.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, you're not a. Come on, man, that's crazy.
So we only have people that agree with us around,
That's what I need you to be more of a yes man. From now on, you just everything I say, you
Just
say,
agree
you
with
agree with it, 100%.
Yeah, no. But in that instance, I mean, you're not wrong, dude. Like,
No, I mean it's like
how am I supposed to?
like how are you going to scratch that in there? Think about what you're doing, man. You don't agree with something,
right.
so you're going to
So you're
destroy
just gonna-
stuff. You're going to kill people. You're going to
Set stuff on
ruin
fire,
people.
key
Yeah,
stuff,
set stuff
yeah.
on fire. I mean,
That seems
and by
like
the
a
way,
great idea, man.
by the way, what happened to all the people caring about the environment?
Oh, right. Oh,
Because
that goes
now-
out the window. We
now
want to
you-
pollute the hell out of that.
Now, not only do you hate Elon and want to destroy the number one electric car in the country, but you're going to light them on fire
No, man.
and cause carbon to go in the
That
air.
has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
we
so
want,
no,
we want to protect the environment. We just want to do it our way.
You're right. First we have to
We
burn
don't
all
need
the
you to help.
Nazis.
Yeah.
We have to burn all the Nazis, then we'll save the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah, it's
Order and chaos comes from. Haven't you ever heard of a controlled burn or anything?
a controlled burn. That sounds like the right time to take a break or something. Here, let's do this.
Another night alone in bed with you right there beside me. Replaying hateful words you said, dark fruit from your rotten tree. I feel sickness spreading inside. Disease dignity in my veins. Diagnosis, I'm undignified. I'm drinking it like dirty champagne. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. antidotes. My system is down from toxicity. Immunity gone, what's the answer? At least everyone thinks you're pretty. Well, my emotions have become a cancer. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. There's no doctor on call, and no one's looking for a cure. There's nothing arresting my downfall. It's just another trapdoor. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. Your antidote. Yo, I just can't be your fucking antidote.
Man, you know it's cool when somebody's getting a crown and still listening to you, man. We're trying to distract him from his crown procedure right now.
I just wonder if he's at Denton Dental.
That's great.
If he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
get him. We'll get those
let's go
PATP
prank call.
guys.
Let's go prank call that dentist right now.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. So I was thinking about that. Not only that, but everybody who has a Tesla has insurance. So who are you paying?
Right.
The insurance company.
You're right.
You're
They're
helping
making
them,
their
and
money.
you love them, right? Everybody loves the. You're doing the opposite of everything you want.
I mean, you really are.
But
you're.
But so this guy, the guy carved a Nazi insignia in the back of his Tesla, and the guy did what a lot of people would do, which is call the police, and get them involved.
Right.
That's not what I would do.
No?
But what would you do?
I mean, I'd probably do the same.
You'd call the
thing.
police?
What are
No,
you gonna do?
oh,
Go
hell
find
no.
the guy and, shoot him?
Well, no, I'm not going to shoot him. No, absolutely not. But if I can see the video and I know who it is,
Right.
I'm gonna wait for him to go in,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have ourselves a little fun.
Would you go back and key his car?
Oh, I'm gonna do something to his car. You can bet on that. And I can get mine fixed.
Yeah.
You can get the little scratch you did. I can go down to. I got friends at paint shops. We'll get that covered in about 30 seconds. What I'm gonna do ain't gonna be covered so easily. I'm gonna do something real special to his car. Like I'm gonna call somebody and have them wrap it. It'll make it look like a big set of balls. I'm going to go very full scale on it, where this guy's going to come out and go, "What the just happened here?"
Say, right? That
Yeah,
would
it might
be-
have porn all over it. I mean, just something that's just humiliating, and just says you're a dick.
Right.
I'm absolutely no. I'm not going to the cops. No,
That's
we're
brilliant.
gonna solve this a special way.
Get somebody to get a forklift and put it up on
Yeah,
the roof of the
something
building
like
or
that.
something. Yeah.
Have some friends come by with some lug wrenches, lift it on up, put it on blocks for him.
There you go.
There's all kinds of things we can do to have fun with.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and the fun might not stop. It might not stop for a long time. I might have something planned for him once I figure out who he is and I can
Gotta
find
make
out
him
where he
regret,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to find out where you work. You want to play? You don't play the fuck game. I'm going to win. I'm coming for you. Yeah, forever. Yeah, no, I don't need the cops for that. What are they going to do? Give
I
you
was
a
gonna say,
ticket?
you have this really, really thought out, man.
Well, I just I
Getting a
think
little
about
hot
man.
over there. You okay?
Well, man, people
good?
spend money on their cars. It's hard, man.
I mean, I understand that, but
Yeah, no, I'm
geez, man, you're
a bad. This is why they call me Angry Patrick, Rich, not Happy Patrick. Okay.
I mean, I get that, but
No, my wife would probably be more like, call the cops.
right?
Nah, that's all right. I don't need them. No, we're gonna have
You're
ourselves
gonna
a
make him
good time
regret
here.
the day he was born.
We're gonna have some good times here. Don't leave your door open. I'll tell you that, because I'll pee straight in your air vent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely pee right in your air vent, bro. You'll never turn the heat on again and not know I'm there. You'll have to get rid of that car.
Get the.
I had a friend who
get the
did that
dump
to
and run
somebody. That really did that to somebody. Peed in the air vent.
Really?
Oh yeah, that car, they got rid of it within 6 months. It was they could
done.
not. Yeah, there was nothing you could do. Of course, that was most cars didn't last that long back in those days. They were the 80s, 90s, so it didn't matter. But that's yeah, people used to do mean things to each other. Sugar and gas tanks, all kinds of
My
stuff.
goodness, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever have somebody do something like that to yourself or your folks? Do something mean as hell like that?
No, but
What?
back when I was a taxi cab driver
Oh yeah.
in Hot Springs.
I forget about that.
Right. We would. There was a buddy of mine. His name was John, and we'd be, when you got down to the end of your cigarette pack or whatever, he'd always have firecrackers on him. And so when he'd get down to an empty pack of cigarettes, he'd take off like the top piece of paper and rip it up into small little pieces, and shove it down in the cigarette pack, light a firecracker, put it in the cigarette pack, and then throw it inside your cab. Just as like you were standing outside or whatever, waiting on a call
Yeah.
or getting ready for a call. So, that firecracker go off in your back, boom! Cigarette pack light up all over the place, and you just have confetti all over
in your
cab.
car?
Yeah, all in your car.
Would you get mad?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
you're getting
that's-
ready to go pick somebody up. Now
it
the whole
smells like
back
a
seat,
fire.
Yeah, it smells like your car's been on fire. There's
You got confetti
paper everywhere. Yeah.
It looks like you're running a meth lab back there.
Right? You got to stop
So,
and
yeah.
vacuum out your car.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's great times.
That's kind of great. That guy kept his job.
Oh, yeah, we all loved him. He was part of the
really?
crew. That's the way it was, man.
That's just how it was. He was just one of the
You
family.
had fun, and yeah, it was like a brotherhood.
Yeah.
man.
So did you ever not get him back somehow?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I did the same thing back. Or we had,
Yeah.
we had little air horns, because
Oh yeah, those
slow
are
days
great.
in the summertime, man. Yeah, you'd be kicked back in your cab, taking a little nap or something, just listening for the radio, waiting for a call, and right alongside him, right in the ear.
I do think that's. I mean, I wouldn't think it was funny if it happened to me, but it is funny to see.
We had this one old guy, man. He was in his late 70s. I forget his name. A great guy. Always had a joke. And but he was a cab driver, man. I caught him one time. About gave him a heart attack.
You're trying to kill a dude in his 70s when you do that, man. You know that guy's a fraction from dying. You just took like 2 years off his life. What a prick, man. You respect your elders, man. Damn.
Hey, man, it's all
You're some
fair.
poor grandpa, man. Just, he's trying not to be a greeter. He's out here hustling a cab, just trying to catch a nap because he should have slept for a lot longer than he did. You're gonna go.
I always wanted to try and catch
going.
somebody.
Like what?
I always wanted to try and have somebody help me out, and I'd hit him with the air horn, and then they could hit him with the firecracker cigarette.
The other side. Boom. Yeah, no,
That would have done him in right there.
No, that's too much, man. You're too much, man. All right. Listen, we're going to have a little bit of a short show today, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way that it is. But I do have a few things I know, that I do want to run down very quickly. First of all, please, add us on YouTube, or Clapper. YouTube or Clapper. As a matter of fact, please just go at everything we got. Just go to our link tree and follow every single thing we have. All right, that would be like the best thing in the world for you to do that, so we can keep this thing going. Again, we are still in need of, I think, $547, $600, something like that, for our trip to the blocks, which is the reality show on Amazon Prime. We are on the show, but we've got to fulfill the rest of the payment for the lodging and everything, I think next week. So if you can help us out with $1, $5, $10, anything at all, that would be amazing, because we're really excited about what could happen from that show. And it'd be cool to see your boy
Right.
on Amazon Prime.
There you go.
What? That'd be dope. If you need anything to do with homes, of course, give me a call. If you need anything to do with announcing, You need to give Mr. Rockwell here a call.
Fresh out of retirement.
Yeah, the unretired. Mr. Unretired, that's his new name.
I could afford to be retired for
like-
about 10 hours.
Yeah, that's you unretired. That was the rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated. That's what's going on there, isn't it, buddy? Big thank you to everybody out there for all your comments and everything that you're doing. You guys are really awesome. We're so thankful for you.
Absolutely.
Hope you enjoyed. I tell you what, should we do the calls one more time, run through them, or no?
Why not?
Well, let's play
ask,
just
yeah.
just
Do y'all wanna
because.
see the calls?
We'll do the prank calls one more time before we go. Okay, here we go.
How can I help you?
His hair is short, but it's ready to get shorter. You're about to talk to Angry Patrick.
Hey, do you guys take walk-ins?
We do. It just depends on if we have any availability currently. Let me see what our schedule's looking like.
Okay.
They might be able to fit him in.
Alright. So, looks like I got a 10 a.m., an 11 or 11:30 as far as this morning goes.
Is he an early morning riser for this haircut of the century?
Man, no, that's all right. I'll get back. Thank you, man.
He's gonna think about it, not quite sure. Thanks for talking to Angry Patrick.
This call may be recorded.
It is recorded for sure.
Dixon Finland Dental, Arlington.
He's already angry, but this toothache is making him angrier. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey, I wanted to see about, can you do a walk-in appointment? Hello?
Referring all of our today to
Valonia Family Dental will be the one to smack down this toothache. Thanks for talking to Angry Patrick.
Thanks a lot.
He's got a problem that's making him really mad. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey, man, I was trying to find out what the heaviest ply count on toilet paper you have is. I started this new trainer, and she's got me on this crazy diet. Do you have like 5 ply?
5 ply.
Yeah, like, listen, man.
Like a really super thick toilet paper. It's kind of juicy.
Hey, man, y'all know y'all call the business and y'all play. I got stuff to do than us be playing on the phone.
We'll let you go. We'll try and find another problem to help Patrick out with this loose issue.
Call may be recorded or monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for calling reservation. Sean Fox will be with you.
He's a little angry and needing some relaxation, but the thread count really matters. Otherwise, he'll just get angrier. You're about to be on the phone with Angry Patrick.
Hey, I'm Angry Patrick. You might know me. I'm kind of a big deal, and I'm looking for a room there. But if you guys want to announce I'm coming, I would want it comped.
Will they agree to the deal? A free room with...
Reservation for?
That'd be for next Saturday.
Next Saturday, will they have a room available for Angry Patrick to get some rest and relaxation?
Is it just going to be for a one-night stay?
Yes.
Just one night, that's all he needs.
All right.
How many adults have children?
Just one adult.
He might want to find out if they have hourly rates. You know he likes to shop the street.
True.
Are you a member of the Rewards program?
No, I'm just Angry Patrick.
Just Angry Patrick, he'll pay in cash, no receipts needed, please.
Currently, you only have our free loyalty resident offering. If you'd like, if you have a preference for a room with one king-size bed or 2 double.
He'll probably take a queen size, but the real question is, what movies do you have if he can't find someone on the street?
Are you looking for maybe a one-bed bed? Sorry, I would have that available then for a 19-room rate. Actually, I would have a one-king bed. Suite available $93.06 plus tax. Comes to $106.55.
He may want to know if the room comes with a lotion warmer.
Well, I don't normally pay for a room. That's I figured you'd want to use the publicity and comedy. Are you familiar with Angry Patrick?
No, I am not.
Well, you should
Oh, sad news. The SmackDown Lady.
check out patrickandthepeople.com.
Thanks for hanging out and talking to Angry Patrick. We look forward to our stay.
Hey, I do want to mention before we go one more thing that some of you have been sending songs. I'm going through them now. James, I got yours. Brandon, I got yours.
Nice.
So if you want to send a song, we're going to listen to them, and the ones we like, we will add into the mix and play through. So if you want to make some songs, join the fun. May as well be all of us having a good time. Why not? Maybe you're a good writer too.
Maybe we can kick off the PATP wine mixer and sell bottles for $800,000.
It's the Catalina wine mixer, bitch. We're out, guys. Late.